What is up, pimps? It's your boy Cree, and we're here on Mother's Day, 2019. Just got back from the show. It was all right. It was all right. It was my first time seeing the guys in a long time, so that was really, really fun. You know, with time, things change, and you just you kind of lose track of stuff. But being able to go to these functions, you're able to catch up, meet up with people, and kind of get a breath of fresh air with all that. It's really cool to see people progress too, because there's also some new faces that they've come into the fold in the last year or so, and they're on their way. These guys are doing really good. I'm proud of them. There's a lot of them I don't know of, but the music they were pumping out tonight was nice. Of course, I had to go support. I had to go support the Dark Hills Gang. Let me tell you about how this all came down. It was like sometime last week, and this flyer came up. And it was the Killjoy Club. They were coming to Memphis. I didn't know. Well, the flyer had their name plastered on it. I was like, shit, I didn't hear anything about this. So for days, I was like, man, I want to go. I want to go. What's up, Jake? What's up, brother? But then it was like, it came down to like the last 2 hours. And I was like, to hell with it. I'm going. I got to go. I got to go support. This is a big deal, I feel like. And yeah, it was my second time going to Growlers. The first time I went and seen Twisted and Axe, back in October last year. And then I haven't really been focusing on going to any shows. Bring back Cree. Yeah, I noticed they changed the venue a little bit. They did a little remodeling, stuff like that. Excuse me. I had a great big old meal. It was great. But yeah, the show was lit as hell though. I've never seen DJ Paul or any of the 3 6 Mafia ever, seeing how they're from Memphis. And so that was a first time thing for me. But the show itself was the Killjoy Club. I'm not sure if any fans out there, I mean, if you're a fan, but I was never a Killjoy Club fan at all. I maybe skimmed one of their albums or something. I'm not sure how many they have, but it consists of the collective of, I want to say the Mafia 6, ICP, and I want to say Young Wicked was in on that, but of course, with the things that happened, it was basically just these three, the ICP and DJ Paul. So that was neat. That was a first time experience to see that. I guess because it was like last minute decision, I wasn't as hyped, but I was excited to go, But man, the merch, there was some awesome merch there, but it was super overpriced. Like, damn, DJ Paul, you the man. You making money. Like 20 years later, 3 6 Mafia was a huge success. $30 a shirt. I mean, you're talking any of the nicest 3 6 Mafia print, shirts. Awesome shirts. I would have bought like probably one of each if it was like if I was a millionaire, But man, shirts were fucking expensive as shit. It's almost like hustling backwards, because usually when you go to a show, like it's like this. When I went to the Tech 9 shows, any of the merch that you could buy that was like on the Strange Music website, it was much cheaper in person. And yeah, Jake, that's right. But no, there was no Gangsta Boo and no Young Wicked. There was no Young Wicked. That'd have been cool to see him again, though. He was awesome to meet in person. But yeah, man, they had these masks. Like, it was the Mafia 6 masks, and you've seen them in Killjoy Club videos. And it was like $20, and this mask was literally like the thinnest. I almost wanted to say it was like styrofoam. It was like that kind of thin plastic or whatever, but it was painted really cool. It said 666 or whatever. But man, that merch was extremely, extremely expensive. And Paul, you're not hurting for money at all. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see what these people look like in person, you know, because you always wonder how tall they are in reality. And DJ Paul is like an average. He's taller than me, but he's little. He lost a lot of weight or something. But Ouija Mac was there. He was short in real life. Like, he was probably shorter than me. He put on a show, you know. I wasn't really into his music because it's like trap, but there was like one song that I happened to like that he put out sometime last year or something. But I didn't really watch his set at all. I just went and got a few pictures, you know, got my money's worth out of that fucking thing. Super cheap tickets. I mean, hell, you're only paying $20 to be able to experience this and see other stuff. But I think honestly, the openers did really well. Aside from like the main event, you know, those guys are going to do their job. They're celebrities, you know, you're there to see them. But all these new guys, these up and comers, they were doing really good with their music. Like, back to bumping into my friends, man. Danny, the Ben's Corner Boys, Chris Lex, man, they were I've seen them progress so much, and it's so awesome because I didn't expect to see them. And I think I had met them from back when they were doing stuff at the Rock House. But he has come a long way, dude. He's been doing like little around town tours, like in and out of state, like with some big names. And they've been really putting the work in. Those guys they've started like from scratch, and they're like on their way. And then, of course, you got my guys, the Dark Hills Gang, the most dedicated duo, I feel like. I mean, they go all the way around the board with it. They got the merch, albums, videos, video production. They do writing and all of that shit. Like, those are the kind of people you want to go see. But they're friends. I'm a fan. Ouija Max. But no. Yeah, just seeing all these new faces and these rappers come up, man, because they wasn't around years ago. But it's like music evolves so much. And if you were somebody 20 years ago, you were probably in the spotlight, you know, making your money, getting that bread, doing your thing. And then it's like, but with time and evolution of music, there's no choice but to see people come into the limelight and carve their own way into history. And it's awesome because the people that are really dedicated, they start off like no names, nobody knows them. And it's like, how do you think celebrities get famous? Like, over time, it's all the hard work. They have to believe in themselves, you know? So it's just cool to see the progression. Like, I've had enough shows under my belt that I've seen that I guess it's got to be a personal experience that you enjoy it, you know? Because I have a lot of friends that don't really care to go to shows and sit to them and stuff. But I have to say, this was one of the livest. DJ Paul, like, they may make crunk music that around town people are like, yeah, they're bouncing, jumping, whatever. Motherfucker, you should see them like throwing shows. These people are literally fighting. I've never seen a mosh pit so fucking hard in this little ass place. And these dudes were, I was surprised nobody was starting to fight, because when you're going to mosh, people want to mosh. They get into it, they're like thrashing, pushing, shoving, pulling, whatever. Well, I'm trying to get photos and video because, you know, you're never going to remember this shit again. So it's like, but man, these people were like showing out extra damn hard. And then, like, you know, I was wondering, was there going to be Fago tossed around? And they were like, nah. But Ouija Mac, he was like throwing water out or some shit. And then, like, I thought ICP was throwing out water, but it was actually a beer had come slinging. I don't know if somebody was moshing and got hit and it toppled or something. It was almost like somebody took two beers and just shook them up and just tossed them around, because I had beer just freaking hit me and go down. I was like, oh, well, I don't care. But yeah, ICP, I wanted to see what they look like in person, you know, with the face paint and everything. And they put on a show. They were fucking rocking it, you know. I'm not a huge ICP fan at all. I'm more pro Twisted than Psy, but I'm a huge fan of ICP's old catalog, like the first Joker's Cards. That's the shit I'm on. I'll listen to that any day if I feel like it, but the new stuff, no. I just feel like their rapping hasn't really progressed. If anything, it's kind of backpedaled, I guess. But no, you know, Shaggy, he did good. He was cool, hard ass performer. Violent J, he was. I mean, I feel like I've seen footage of him a million times, so it's like to see him in person, it wasn't like it was almost like a lifetime ago. I have seen him in person somewhere. I don't know how to explain it. I guess because it's the makeup, you know, it's the same damn makeup for 20 years. So you feel like you've seen him just yesterday, you know, but I left a little early. Yeah, I didn't want to stick around too much longer because I mean, shit, it is what it is. But this is what was cool. Now, because the Killjoy Club was DJ Paul and you know, Coop, R.I.P. He's gone. Lord, R.I.P. He's gone. Gangsta Boo, she dipped, and so basically it's those three: ICP and DJ Paul. Damn, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, here he goes. Now they did a few songs as themselves, like as the Killjoy Club grew, but then they would like take breaks and like ICP would do a song. Like I heard him do something off the Great Malenko or something. And it was cool to see it live because you felt like you were seeing like a little mini ICP show. But then DJ Paul would come back and he did like he did a handful of songs that were the Memphis Club bangers. That was pretty cool because you know ICP wasn't in it. So it was almost like you got two concerts for the price of one. Actually three. So you got DJ Paul doing 3 6 Mafia shit. Then you had ICP doing ICP shit. And then you got the Killjoy Club, which was all three. So it was like 3 shows in one. And then so that was awesome. That was really cool. But yeah, I didn't want to stick around too much longer. I was ready to go and just get back home. But yeah. Support your local artists. Because they're the ones that's going to be the future one day, you know. I don't foresee me having a musical future. Like, as much as I was passionate about it and I might have some kind of a voice, I don't think I'm cut out for this new age stuff. Like, just seeing how the stuff has evolved. Of course, I never had it in me to be like just really, you know, physical, like dancing and stuff. Like, I don't do that kind of stuff. So, but Dark Hills Gang, they tore it up. They do good as always. They got some new merch out. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Jake says, and now 20 years later, these new cats don't even know the names of the legends that came before them and helped pave the way. That's true. I grew up on like Snoop Dogg and all that, but you know, lucky for Snoop, he had longevity. Like he was able to go and go and go, and he's still a name. Like he's been in acting, he's been in music, of course, but there's a lot of new music out on the radio that I do not agree with, and I don't want to. Like I actually, and I feel bad because you know you shouldn't bash people's shit, but I'm prone to doing it. But I swear to God, I turned on the radio the other day and I about lost faith in humanity as far as rap music. I could have swore, and I'm wrong, I could have swore I heard the guy say, I look like a chick when I walk. And like, it was the beat, you know, the trap beat. But I thought the guy was saying, I look like a chick when I walk. I look like a chick when and I'm thinking, what the fuck? I don't care if this is a club dance thing. What the hell? Like, why would you like, you already got a lot of stuff going on in society that in politics and stuff. But I actually was so curious, I'd forgotten. Like days later, I remembered because I got started on it. You know, pissed off talking shit. It turns out the name of the song is "I Look Like a Chick When I Walk." I look like a chick when I walk, and so I was like, "Oh shit!" I'm glad I didn't go out, you know, start a rant and embarrass myself like usual. But, yeah, I think your part in the music is going to be like Charlie and the Mighty Ducks, better as a coach than a player. Who was that guy? Emilio Estevez? Are you saying I'm Emilio Estevez of the rap game? Thanks a lot, Jake. Now I feel worse. I quit. This stream's over. Goodbye, guys. No, I'm joking. No, I understand. No, yeah. I think, yeah, I see what you're saying, and I feel that. Like, I wish, Jake, there was some way that I could be involved behind the scenes as somebody that could guide or have direction. But who the hell am I? I couldn't even get my own crap off the ground. That's not my fault. It's because I'm not bumping enough. People don't really give a shit to hear what I got to say. That's the only reason. Or maybe I just didn't shop it too hard. There's so many people out there that put in more work than me, and they're probably going to go further than me. I guess you got to find your niche or your hobby that fits you best, I guess. But no, I like this. I love talking to you all. I like making videos. Has anybody got a chance to see any of my YouTube stuff? I put a video up the other day. It was kind of corny, but it was an idea. I'm fixing to start just churning out videos if I can, whenever I can, as long as they're simplistic, short. It's pushing me into the editing. Like, I've got to quit being lazy and start doing some editing and, bring some ideas to the table. But I love talk radio. I love podcasts. I like my underground music. Like, I don't think I could be dedicated enough to music as far as recording to keep up with the trend of what's going on, what's on the radio now. So it's crazy. Like, years ago when I accumulated all the studio gear, there was times when I would take breaks and I would just think about it and be like, man, is this over? Like, am I losing the thrill, the drive, And then it's like, lo and behold, years later, I'm still using this stuff like fluently. Like, I could never get rid of this stuff. It's like gold to me. It's key. Like, I can utilize it. And it's like things have evolved with the way I feel about some kind of production. I think there's enough room in the universe for me, hopefully. But yeah, Killjoy Club is my first ICP show, my first DJ Paul show, I guess. That's about as close to 3-6 Mafia as I ever get. Man, I'd be damned if I wished I could have seen Lord Infamous in 3-6 Mafia and Coop. I would love to see all of them. This reminds me of a story I'm going to tell you really quick. Memphis in May, one year in particular. This was around the time when the Smoke Clears 66, 61 came out. I was like 18 maybe, and I had bought a Memphis in May ticket to go. And the day of, the ticket for that event, that 3-6 Mafia show, sold out, and I had a sold out ticket, and I was going to go, but I ended up not having a ride. So my neighbor ended up going, and then I didn't have the heart to ask, could I ride with him? So the ticket got wasted. I was like, damn, that would have been my one time to see 3-6 Mafia, like in the height of their career, because they were doing good before. But years later, here we are. Everybody's dropping like flies. So if you want to do stuff like go to shows, do it, enjoy yourself. I had to get out. I didn't think I'd be ever seeing them on Mother's Day, though. That was crazy. So the title of the story, I spent Mother's Day with ICP and DJ Paul. So there is that. Boom. But also, on another side note, before we close this off, I want to say RIP to my dear homie Clayton. I think today was the 8-year anniversary of his passing. RIP, homie. And then also my another close friend of ours, he had passed away 4 years ago to this day. So that's 2 homies in all them years because of Mother's Day. I think it was maybe a coincidence for Brad. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of years went by. But I just want to give a special shout out to those guys. But yeah, it was a nice show. I love to see when underground artists come in town and do their thing. Appreciate you, Jake. But yeah, that was it. I guess we're going to go ahead and close this off. Appreciate everybody stopping by, checking it out. Until next time, we will do this again. Be on the lookout also for new videos on YouTube. I got a few more. Man, I got all kind of shit to do, okay? I retitled the YouTube The Menu, but for some reason, you still got to look up ChrisCrazeKREE. That's the only way it's going to pull up. So I don't know if YouTube takes time to change the algorithm of how they look for you, but it's a whole new format for me. I got tons of ideas. Look, Jake, you'd be proud. Check this out. I got so much shit I wrote. It's like an entire digest for shit to talk about on the new show. I wish you guys could see that. Anyway, man, I've got so much. Man, this is like years worth of material. And I could easily knock out like a 10-minute video a day just talking shit, you know. But anyway, man, a lot of stuff on this, man. But the menu on YouTube, check out my live reaction videos with my son. Those are fun, dude. On to a new day. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Oh, it's not Mother's Day anymore. Okay. All right. Well, happy Mother's Day to all the women out there that bore you. You destroyed a uterus and a vagina, right? Or something. I don't know. Happy exiting the vagina day. That's the birthday. But no. All right, guy. Thanks. I guess what's on the menu? Man, that's another good idea. Damn, Jake. All right, dude. Okay, guys. Facebook. I love you all. Good night. Peace.